what would be an appropriate way to be honest? Because we say that we want honesty. Yeah. So what would have been an appropriate way to break off that relationship when you know the reason was because you was not attracted to her?
Yeah, exactly. And the first part is because I was being selfish.
Want to spare her feelings too.
Yeah, exactly.
Spare her feelings. And spare somebody's feelings, as well.
Yeah. And then I wanted to spare her feelings. I wanted to salvage the friendship, but it was some traumatic advice, I guess you could say, that I got when I was young. If you got to break up with a girl, always make it think it was her idea, because women are you're liable to do anything after that. And I know dudes that got allegations on them because they abruptly broke up with a girl, things like that. So it made me real shook to be like, man, it's and here's the thing: when you bring up, I still brought up problems in the relationship, like, hey, I'm not really. And when you try to do it, you see how. I mean, listen, all women have two personalities, AP. So they don't, with that person that they become when they're really upset and emotional, that's why they never remember these encounters. So I could see her becoming that grudge, and I just stopped. That's the girl that'll put an allegation. That's the version of her that'll put an allegation on you because she's mad.
But did you not know that you weren't? So when we're talking about attracted, are you saying her personality? Or are you talking about her physical? You weren't attracted.
He said he was attracted to her body, so it must have been everything but a face. She was a butterface chick.
She was a butter. Well, not even like. It was not, to me, it was the total package. Not even a total butterface. It was more of a, how there's a way you see yourself. So there's a way you see your partner with you. That was the issue. I mean, that's why I said
you complimented
each other. The homie. So she didn't really have the sex appeal and all of that. And at that time, I was that dude in my area. So I was just like, nah, we've known each other for so long. I became this person. I made myself into this person, and my girl got to match me in a certain way.
She was out of your league, or you were out of her league.
No, she was out of my league. Yeah,
that's what I meant. Yeah,
I was a huge party promoter. I was driving the drop top bin. I was the dude. That's what I'm saying. I was like, nah, I can't really.
I'm trying to be nice. Was she lame? Kind of.
It was just. So I don't even want to say lame, swagless. It's just that everybody knows Zach Morris gets Kelly Kapowski. There's no possible way she would have married anybody else in that damn show. All right, Zach Morris gets Kelly Kapowski, and she was freaking. What's the tall one?
That's Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell. Not Lisa. Lisa was fine as
Jesse.
Jessie. She was Jessie. That's all it was. Smart little nerdy. Didn't throw herself together all the time. Well, her hair would just be.
Jessie actually aged the best out of all of them, actually, though. But
stop playing.
Yeah,
she was the one that was in that movie when she was nude, right? And everybody
in the later years, she aged.
Well, yeah, because
Showgirls.
Lisa did not age well at all. She looked like she took some crack at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, she had a disorder. She has
mental.
I'm going to hell. Oh God, I'm going to hell.
Actually, she was on the reunion. No, actually, she's on a reunion show since she's been taking her medicine. She looks really pretty now. Like she was just going through a phase because she wasn't taking her, medicine. She was being diagnosed with mental illness. So
now I think a way that you could have spared her feelings and broke up with her properly was use your relationship prior to the relationship and just say, this isn't really working for me because I just feel like our friendship.
I love. This will take us into our next one. No, what should have happened was. You knew that you wasn't attracted to that girl before you took it to that level. You should have just let her be your friend and not even taking her there and giving her an opportunity. That's not fair.
I agree, but he did.
So that's because we're going to start doing things right. And we're going to go to this next video about doing it. I'm so glad you said this because it actually leads us into the video. And you didn't even know that, did you, Mike? So let's watch the video. Video time, Netflix, no chill. Let me find it first.
You're going to always see somebody fine. You're going to always see somebody thick. You're going to always see somebody that's attractive to you. Everything you see is not for you. You can acknowledge it and move on. God said this to me this morning. He said, many people prayed for help, and I sent the help, but they slept with the help. God, I'm believing somebody to give me an open door of opportunity. That wasn't the only thing y'all opened up, because you mismanaged the relationship because she was so pretty, you thought you had to date her, and she was only supposed to give you the introduction to the person you needed to meet. God brought him into your life to show you how to manage your money, but you just, oh, no man is ever taking time for me like this. We mismanage relationships. We mismanage interactions with people. You ain't got to flirt with everybody. You knew you was flirting when you was looking at her like, you become dangerous when you lack discipline. You got to work on your attitude. You got to work on your temper. You've got to work on your sexual cravings. You can always see somebody.
Sorry. So what do you got? I mean, did everybody do a blackout? Is there a me? That's my T. Just lean back and came back. But I think that, and it's so funny that Mike just had that conversation, because and even you, AP, because that's the truth. I think that so often we get ourselves in situations with people that were never meant to be that way for us, and we mess up good relationships because we're thinking about selfish, like the surface level things, that being selfish. Of what, quick gratification is what I'm trying to say, I suppose. But what do you guys think? How do you guys feel like about that?
I had saw that clip and I totally agree.
I think I took it from something you sent me.
I totally agree with that. Like, a lot of times we are distracted by the exterior part, and the person that that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the person that you're supposed to be with, but it's definitely something that person is supposed to provide you. You have to have the self-discipline to be able to see what that is. Yep, I totally agree with that.
Anybody else wanted to
I think he makes a valid. Oh, sorry, I leaned back on you. I think he makes a valid point, but the truth is, you never really know, especially if you meet somebody that's super awesome. Like, how do you really know that all that person was a door to someone else? Like, how do you know that?
By not sleeping.
Why wouldn't
sleeping with them so fast? Taking your time to get to know the person, and
knowing what that person's purpose is in your life, because the purpose may not be the pussy. The purpose might be potential, right? The purpose might be opportunity for something better.
No, look, a 42-year-old me understands that, right? 30-year-old me would have no clue about that. I'm like, oh man, she's super dope. I like her this week. Let me go ahead and say what's up. And then once I say what's up, I mean, it is what it is after that. Like, that's just kind of the way that me moved. And you don't really know until you get older that, maybe time in a rush. Like that, if that's the goal, that's going to be there no matter what if you the right way. But I didn't. I mean, back then,